For me, teaching was sort of an inevitability. I'd done a lot of working with kids when I was younger and knew that I really liked working with kids, but I wasn't sure how I wanted to work with kids. I was really nervous about becoming a teacher, but the Teams program really helped me to understand teaching better and really embrace the idea that I could do it. I was really able to experience teaching on a multi-level way. Because not only was I getting the structure in the classroom, learning the textbooks, but I had the hands-on experience where I could use those teaching techniques that I learned in the classroom at USM, in the classroom at my placement. The very first class you have, you're in the classroom. There's no waiting throughout other classes in order to get to that internship phase. You are in the internship phase from day one. And that was what, for me, really drew me. When I first got into that classroom, I was with third graders who were fantastic, but I had never taught before. And the mentor teacher just looked at me and she's like, "You can do this." And she let me teach. My first day in the classroom, she let me teach a lesson. I worked with the teacher in order to build up my lesson plan, and I worked with my professors here on campus to really refine it. And by the end of that semester, after doing 2 or 3 lesson plans with those children, I felt really secure in my abilities to teach. One of the things that I really liked about the Teams program that differs from other programs is the fact that I was minoring in education, not majoring in it, which meant that I could go off into the university and major in history, science, mathematics, any of the core subjects. And that was important because I didn't want to just be a good teacher. I wanted to be a highly qualified, educated teacher. We had a wide variety of students. We had freshmen who knew right off the bat that they wanted to go into teaching. We had sophomores who had taken the year to discover themselves, juniors, seniors. But we also had non-traditional students who were in their 40s, their 50s, who would come back to college. And they brought a whole different aspect because they had kids, they'd worked in school systems, many people had been ed techs, and they were coming back in order to get their teaching certificate. So if you're having a specific trouble with lesson plan or strategy just isn't making sense, or there's that one student who you can't get to sit still, they can help you with that. And having different perspectives and just people to lean on is really important. I've had so many teachers who've affected me, and I wanted to be one of those teachers who kids remembered, not just because I taught them about science and math, but because I taught them about being a part of a greater world. That's why I really wanted to be a teacher.